Good night, everybody. Welcome to another session and, of course, another live right here in the studios of BBN. And we're getting ready for another packed show with public affairs, right? Stuff that involves the public and, of course, stuff that bugs us in the public life. And you might say, like, what topics are those? Well, sometimes it's business, sometimes it's just news, and sometimes it's just the status of our country, and even sometimes international topics. And whatever it is, we're here to discuss about it. And of course, we want to welcome once again on the panel, we have with us Ernesto Torres, and then we have Philip Fada Henry. All right, so good night, gentlemen. And of course, like I said, we have a packed show, a lot of topics and a lot of things going on this week. And trust me, some of them would make you question reality itself and be like, matters like really be the damn things that happen around in the country. Because some of the things you could just say, I only see this on TV and I only see this on Hollywood, I only see this in the movies, but sometimes the world is getting crazier. First comments from you guys, how are you feeling this night? I know say afternoon.
I cool, I very cool, as normal.
Another rainy night, no?
Oh, a lot of rain.
Yeah, a lot of rain. You get some
and the rainwater not going nowhere for God because the canals got the same level of the of the sea and the creek.
Yes. And you, Father, what's up for the night? What's up? What's the latest?
I just want to continue to tell everyone to keep warm, stay inside, and especially to my colleagues, those school children, stay home, do your work at home. And to my colleagues at this time, I want to congratulate Mr. Francis Fonseca, Kari Musa, and the rest of the panel who tune in. I will be here to let you know and what's going on and continue to support you guys.
Yeah. And then talking about the rain, who don't know that rain brings a little bit of level of the water, so just be careful you'll buck into a crocodile right there. If not, we'll see you later, all right? But anyways, let's get on with some of the topics that is on the first-hand news right now, and of course things that are on the mainstream media, and apart from that is on every other social platform. And while we have some controversies on it, we're going to start off with the four individuals in total that have been detained following a kidnapping in Belmopan. That's the one big one. They kidnapped a young lady for 8 days total. What's your take on that? Let's start off with Torres.
I can't comment because I don't know the motive. What was the motive? Why didn't kidnap her? I never get that.
Oh, you never get the motive.
No.
Well,
suppose so I can't comment.
The early reports are that she actually was leaving her husband. She was married to the one of the young man right there, and she left the place, but she could not find her parents. They were not at home, so she went back again to the same place that she left. And when she went back, that was when they tied her up, chained her up, and left her in the stairs.
Oh.
All right there, semi-tortured. And
well planned. Well planned.
Well planned for 8 days. She wasn't even getting any food and stuff like that. And pictures have been surfacing on net as well, but we don't want to show that because they're a little bit too graphic.
Yeah.
But these are the perpetrators, and supposedly a pastor from Guatemala. And now that's a big one. Now a lot of people supposedly
read Bible.
Read Bible, preach the word. And one of the things we might say is that you can see his picture right on your screen. And there was a little bit of issue whereby this week the commissioner was on news as well, saying that the pictures of the perpetrators shouldn't have been released, and it is to protect the victim. What's your stance on that? Should the pictures have been released of the perpetrators?
It should. It should, because then you become aware. You see that face, you know who him already, you understand? Yeah, well, you commit situations like those, the public should know the entirety. Who that the person, how he look. You understand?
Yeah.
And again, you put out a picture and then peel a head, or then wear something for this guy themselves,
Yeah.
But, I mean, that you cause it. You see, that you put yourself in that situation, so the public should know.
Should know who the perpetrators are. Well, let's take your take on this, Fada. What's your stance on this?
Well, professionally, I'm fully with safety. I do believe that community safety should have been long gone and promised in most community. for most families, and this is very graphic for me, that what transpired there with that young lady. And for me, watching just the pictures of the individual, these people seems like they practice a culture, and using the terms that this young lady was possessed. I do not believe, from the fact that the young lady got away. I heard that the young lady got away and tried to get assistance. And even though the young lady escaped and tried to get assistance for her safety, the family member of the father and the mother who were detained by police in Belmopan, the media tried to run their videos on these individuals, and the media was treated very badly by the sons, and they themselves look like they practice a culture to either do human trafficking or kidnapping. As long as you're doing that in a community, you should be banned automatically. I don't want to hear it because he's from Guatemala. It doesn't send me no signs. They have people who are from Guatemala, but they are Belizeans as well. But they don't look at this guy, to me, he looked like a predator, right? The father. And as for the mother, she looked like she herself is mentally disturbed. Just the look in these people's eyes. And that young lady, the abuse from her feet and her arms, 8 days. They have this young lady tied under the step inside of the house. She hasn't even get the time to see sunlight. I heard that the child even was feeding her with chips because
yes,
they haven't give her food. Well, I, for one, I'm calling upon the DPP herself and upon the court of law in this country to exercise the right for these people who are in our country, even Belizeans who are here. There are many things. It's not only case like this. There are cases with children and all in abuse. We saw the child who was left alone and he fell inside of the canal. And people who are practicing by doing this evil stuff to individual, we must sentence them to life in prison. And as for that family who done that, I think that for the next court date, I want to be at the court myself, because I hope the commissioner is tuned in, and I hope that the minister for police also recognize that I will be demonstrating against these type of person in our country, because Belize has come free for all. And the things that they are practicing in our community today is out of order. They are even giving the court so much paperwork, because these are lots of work. And a lot of investigation by the police department themselves to have this predator. I'll call him predator because the young lady was kidnapped and tied under the step. You don't do living people these things. And a young lady who were pregnant, I am calling for the life sentence for this individual, because they know what they were doing. They know exactly what they were doing. The mother, I have no morals for her as a mother. And the culture that they are practicing, we don't want anyone to practice this culture in Belize, and you should be put away. This is just what I'm saying, because of the fact that this young lady now is in the hospital, I understand, and the brother have spoken out that it's just something that they don't go and look for her, because that's the sister. And he's saying that what comes up in his head, what he was thinking to do with them, but he leave it to the law. This is what is happening. That's why we have a lot of serious things like crime and violence in our country, and they give the police a lot of work. We want the police department to handle this very carefully. We want them to know that I call him, he's a predator, right? He's a destroyer. He's not a pastor. In God's eyes and God's faith, you will never see things like they are practicing this evil thing, saying that the young lady was possessed. The family is possessed. Just the location and the area where they live. If a young lady says, I want no more, you cannot do anything about that. If you read the Constitution, it will tell you freedom to speech, freedom of expression, freedom of movements. She have the right to do what she wants. Maybe she felt that she was not been treated good as an outsider because she was the girlfriend of the son of this family. But this family doesn't find where they're confined. It looked to me like an animal house, like a dog house. I was watching it. It's very disturbing to handle somebody. So the brother brings up that, you know what, they will leave it to the police and see what comes next. But I am appealing to the court of law and the DPP. They should not post bail for these people. And the other individual who are the sons who were outside of the police vehicle pushing away the camera, I think that the police department should arrest them themselves. Who knows what else this family have done before. But for the case of this individual, of this young lady who were kidnapped, we do not condone kidnapping. We do not condone human trafficking in our country.
Yep.
So this is what I am saying, that the young girl was abused for 8 days. Do you saw her hands? Do you saw her feet? Do you saw the body?
Yep.
And so we need to jump on things like this immediately. Especially the human service department need to step up on things like this.
Now, question, which I posed also to Torres, is that the commissioner says that the pictures of the perpetrators should have not been released to the public as fast as it should have been. And it should have been done with discretion. What's your take on that? Do you think that such crimes allow you to have your picture out there so that the public may know who made these crimes and who has done these crimes?
That's the reason why crime continues in our country. I want to say to the commissioner, he's doing a good job, but at this time, let me share with the commissioner this. When somebody commits a crime, the police may try to do an investigation without pictures, and sometimes they grab people who doesn't commit the crime. But for this, I am saying that I am applaud the person who put the pictures out there, because these are the individuals who commit the crime. What if we doesn't have pictures of these people? Then these people moves on to maybe Guatemala or in other community, and they will pray in other community. So I am saying that if you commit the crime and you get caught in your house with this, with the young lady, pictures should be out there. So I am not with the commissioner on that. Maybe I'm with him on some of the hard work that he's doing, but we need to get more people to put pictures of people who are doing these criminal offense, because it's going to continue. Maybe it could have been more than one children.
And so far
So the picture part, I applaud it. We
And
need to put
yes.
pictures of people who are doing wrong.
And so far, we've been following the story, and of course, for the victim herself, I mean, the country has been giving that overwhelming support. They not go bash the victim. All they say is that the people that did this should be charged to the fullest strength of the law, and of course should not get away with it. Because the first thing we had, sometimes we had this one they get bail, then the case drop, this and that stuff. So that's why, in a sense, that there are a lot of people out there saying that for the picture to have been released, it gives them accountability, because now they have to make sure that they follow through with the case and hopefully get some justice.
And let me
done from
share
that
with you
end
why the
there.
commissioner state that, because maybe you guys wasn't following up. There is a video circulating of some very rough guy, young men. I'm telling you, powerful young men. And the video is very graphic, is what they are saying after the police charge them, give them the bail, and let them out. What they will do to them. So I know that why the commissioner don't want this kind of crime to be continued, what they will do to them. But listen to me. This is the most serious crime have happened to the young lady who is pregnant. What will happen to this young lady child? Maybe the doctor will address to even the police department, there are more charges to be filed because there was a newborn baby inside of this young lady. So the commissioner needs to put more charges on these people. We need to put more charges for the fact that she was pregnant, and 8 days were there under that step. Abuse was a child inside of her womb.
Should be charged double, sure?
They should be charged more than double.
More than
I'm
double.
saying to the fullest of the law.
Fullest
for the
of
fact
the law.
that they use their home to be a kidnapping dome, and also a human trafficking. Because the young lady was not only kidnapped, she was tied like an animal. So that's also it's also a human trafficking. We need to look at it closely. That he's from Guatemala and they are condoning these things. And thank God the guy said that they never looked for their sister for so long, but they couldn't believe this to happen. I believe kind of not see the girl. But maybe the prayer from that young lady helped her to escape. And then it comes to the light. Because what if we never know? She would have been a dead person.
How far we would have went.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
How
Come
far
on.
it would have went. Then speaking about that, we know that crime in Belize is there. We can't deny it. And of course, and also apart from this case of recent, we had the man that was murdered over a promotion in the meat shop. And what do you think causes these crimes to happen in our country? Let's go with Father first.
Jealous, malicious act. People are out here jealous you of what you have, and people are out here and we doesn't screen these people who we are hiring. So when you state about a promotion, how could a promotion in a meat shop? You sell meat, you chop up meat. So what? I am giving you a promotion to do what? Not to back the meat and bring it in, or just to not to sell the meat, just to be in there and collect cash? Come on, we need to work together. If he were murdered for that, I think that's a serious malicious act. I think that is jealousy, because maybe they put the other person to run the business. So also, they should, to the fullest of the law, they should deal with that individual. I saw his photo, and yes. I do believe that the DPP herself need to get into this, and people like this, we need to put them in prison for 25, 30 years. Because if you look at the young man, he himself looked confused, you know, on his photo. But you cannot be jealous in people. If somebody gave a promotion, I, as my individual, want to say thank God for him, you know, because this is how we should do it. We should happy for the other person who get the opportunity before you. We should not be jealous in. Everybody move to one level for a reason, right? Accountability, it's all about how you work. And if you work better than me, even if I work better than you and you go up, you know what? I want to thank God for you, because there is a next step for me. So this is the kind of thing. You don't murder people because you become incarcerated and it's going to be worse for you. You know? So these things are serious, man.
What's your take on it, Torres?
Well,
crime in Belize, or do you think influences, and how can we mitigate such stuff from happening?
I just can't tell what was the intent prior to putting him in the barrel. It's difficult for me to bring out points as for what occurred. I was not present. I cannot comment when I was not privy to see the act. You know, or if there was a misunderstanding before, I could then, and I was around, then I could tell, oh, you know what? Yeah, this one tell this one this, that one tell that one that, and that led to the murder. So for me to comment, it's not in me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you hold back your comment on that, but it is true though. And if we look at the system of the way we operate, sometimes a lot of crimes go unnoticed. And like what Father commented in the first section is that if this wouldn't have been found, how far these things would have went, unless you see that the body was not found as well inside of that barrel in the sea. There are a lot of questions that it brings into being, and that brings us to another statement saying that sometimes we don't know who live right next door to us.
Yep.
And sometimes we just gotta check up on people, you know. And then sometimes if it does not concern you, that a lot of people say, try hold off a little bit, because you don't know what some people are capable
Investigation will reveal, you know.
But these people are sick. What I am saying, the reason why I said they are sick, because how could you, and not even have to use jealous. You murder an individual. This is what you do. You murder somebody and still remain in the meat shop. So this is mental issue. These are people who are sick in the head. They could have somebody get mad with you because of what you say, and maybe you don't have control of yourself, and you murder that person. Some people will give themselves in. You have others will be on the run because they know what they do wrong. But this individual remain in the meat shop after it happened, so he's mentally too disturbed. Because why would you do something like that and don't try to say you cover up something, but you remain in the meat shop and thinking people don't find out? You are the last person left in the meat shop, and the other person was there.
But the question is, how would you be able to, I mean, just contemplating, you know, thinking of putting it in that angle. I don't know how you're able to be pushed up to do even these sort of things. Let's go with the first case, to tie up someone. I can't even tie up my dog. I feel sorry for me one little puppy when he tied up.
It all based on your surrounding, where you grew up. Where you grew up and who brought you up. Many people out here in these times are having children by chance. Children doesn't get the chance to raise up with an adult who are parenting, are powerful. If you are the father and you have the mother, you have to know who you're to put in your life as a female as well. So if you bring somebody in your life, and you that a male, and you that Mr. Go to two shoes because your family brought you up, right? And she is Mrs. All Around that, then you will end up get caught up in something serious because of the fact that this individual just come to move around when she wants. And you as a good individual might end up to do something that you never do before. So all of this, it depends on both individual. Education are the key, you know, brother. Education are the key. So when you find young men out there, and the first thing, because I tell you on 2 words, you jump and want to do, end up to do the thing all night or do things, it's because, brother, you was not properly brought up. Because my grandmother told me, if when you're going to the club, he said, remember, where you find there, you left there. He tell me when you're to drink, Papa, you drink for feel good. You not drink for get drunk. And that is the reason why we have all these crime out there, because people go to the bar, know themselves when they get there, and influence the other folks around them telling, here, brother, drink. Then they drink, over drink, more percentage of the alcohol in their system. They drink to get drunk, and the devil control it. I drink to feel good. When I feel good and I feel nice, I smile, and I go to the bathroom and I say, you know what? I take and walk out here. And when they look for me again, I get home. Because I already feel good.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that we need to know. People need to understand that when you have your children, you're not left there for run around about the place. Other people are raising them for you. And the mentality where they have, that is mentality where they happen right now with the crime and violence and the lot of killing where they happen. So that's my intake on that.
Now, still on the topic of crime, we do know that 6 prisoners are challenging the denial of parole in the High Court. Now, this one is a touchy one. While some of us might say, you know what, some people don't deserve second chances, parole is a way of getting second chances. But who should qualify for parole? And in this case, some of them are convicted of serious crimes, some of them for manslaughter, murder, kidnapping, and they're arguing that the board's decision to deny the parole was unconstitutional.
Well, first of all, I will say to the court that I am in support of parole for the fact they are petty crimes. You heard Francis the other day state that the crime of when the curfew that need to be demolished and don't send these people off to jail. We must have parole. You have people for petty things like robbery and some of these things you have that you just say there. And why I am in support that people who rob, that petty robbery and thing that happens, people deserve second chance. If you don't give second chance, man, your country will not flow good.
Yes, but
right?
in this
one,
in this
manslaughter,
case, yes, manslaughter,
murder and kidnapping. Serious crime.
But I am saying,
they're not petty. I agree with you with the petty, but they are not serious.
Listen what you said just now. If I ask and I come back under both the opposition and the government, there are many people who are placed in incarcerated for murder. We have super investigation team. There are some people who are in prison for murder, and they are not the one do it. So these are things we also have to look at. We need the parole board, and it must be exercised the right way. And you're saying that you call up manslaughter, you call all of these things. And there are some people who are there.
This is what we discussed tonight.
So we are discussing that. But there are some people there who needs to be there, who the police know do these crimes. But there are also some individuals who some of the police investigation are not lined up well, and they are there for murder that they doesn't commit. So I'm saying that the board need to go back to the drawing board. Yes, they knew. That's why we use the word parole. And we need to look at the people who their background is mostly dangerous offense. And these are the people we should watch if we will decide if we will give parole. Because you are not God. You are just there using God words and things and exercise the pen. But there are some young men and young women who deserve second chances. It is not ourselves to do it. Mr. Torres can't do it by himself. I can't do it by myself down a board. But you will have people who just jump there and wants to say, that young man not deserve parole. But I will say it here. If I am on a board like that, people petty crime. I'm saying it. Robbery and people who are out there who will say, oh, that never the one that I want to do it. Right? We need to watch it. Even people when it's a murder, they are in prison and some of them don't do these murder. I am telling you.
Yeah,
but
I
because
get
I'm
your
sick
point,
and tired of how you treat me, whether the police, I will pinpoint that on you. We just need to go back to the drawing board, and I'm saying this to my minister too, Karim, and I'm saying to the commissioner of police, because the commissioner know what I am saying is true. It is true that there are a lot of people are incarcerated for some crimes that they have not committed. So we need to go back to the drawing board on that, right? And the board needs to see it, that we need the parole. I am trying to support a young man right now that he have a robbery that he have done, but he have paid his time, right? And I think he already asked for the parole. Now I should check. On Monday I will check to see if he got the parole. Because they deserve it.
Yeah.
They are in there a long time ago, and they changed their life. They need to come back into society and try to uplift their because they have children,
yes,
right?
which in that's good. And which in I do agree that there are certain levels of crime that should be granted paroles and stuff like that. Now, Torres, your take on this one here, and these three main topics: manslaughter, murder, kidnapping. 3 points. Do you think that people that do such crimes deserve to be back in society? Let's just say that the investigation was proper and they were guilty of such crime.
I don't think so. I don't think so. All firewood, no hard for catch. These three crimes, you ask me there, I answer. All right, I reply. I don't think so. But who am I? Who am I? The board will decide, not me. But I don't think so.
The board
Well, in this case, they already denied.
They have denied
it,
it.
and that's why they're carrying them to court to argue
trial?
that the board decision was unconstitutional.
The board is made up by people like ourselves. And we have to remember that we need very good people in society to be a part of the board. We don't need people as well that have backgrounds of committed offense years ago, but they get position and now they are running the board. We need people like teachers, we need people like the doctors, we need retired nurses, we need people in position who have family, who knows what it takes, and
reputation,
know that murder is something serious, right? And we have first offenders, and we have also people who repeatedly. I am saying that repeated offenders should not be given break. Repeated offenders are people who know what they are doing from day one, and they do it day 2. They come back, they do it day 3, day 4, and day 5.
But
these are people who recognize the crime.
Well, my take is this, is that we shouldn't wait till somebody become a repeat offender. Let's just say, let's just say kidnapping. We could maybe say, okay, well, kidnapping go on level. Maybe you were obsessed with the person.
Why, that's serious.
Yeah,
kidnapping,
but I want
like
to
murder.
I want to know, no, kidnapping
that's
is
serious.
the same thing as human trafficking.
Yes,
and it's one of the biggest offense that we find where the world is trying to tackle right now. But when you say human trafficking or like murder, I want you to know that people like me and you right there could involve in a human trafficking. We got a family, home with children, and could they set up other people for carrying people as well. Because listen to why I'm saying this. I saw red-handed human trafficking, call the police. That's under when the UDP was in power, and they don't show up. I was at the bus terminal working on the transport department, being out there recognizing the bus, and I watched one of the bus came, stopped there, and behind the bus shed, I never know, 20 Nigerian was behind the bus shed hiding. Who have them there? There were some family from Orange Walk, bringing them, carrying them different places and hide them behind the bus shed. And when these people get into that bus, I jump on my phone and I call the police, right? And when I call the police, the guy take out roller US and pay 3 young men with me in this red van, and they have their children sit down in the front, and they were bringing these people. So this is some serious offense, and these are saying if people continue do human trafficking, these are repeated offenders, and that's something serious.
Could I ask?
They're not the thing what we need to bring serious.
When you get through, could I ask?
Serious thing against these people.
What do you interpret kidnapping as human trafficking?
It's based under the same.
I asked.
Yes, it is.
I think it would fall because of the fact that
because kidnapping the for ransom, right?
Well, it depends.
Human trafficking.
Human
trafficking are the same thing.
It depends.
When you do human trafficking, you collect money.
Because kidnapping
You collect
could be
money.
for
Well,
different.
kidnapping.
I could carry you.
Yes, I
And
could
I
carry.
collect
I understand human trafficking, therefore. Carry on,
Yeah, the ransom you go. Yes.
But kidnapping, therefore,
But
hold you,
but sometimes
take away your
They
liberty.
still kill you.
they
No,
kidnap
take
you,
away your
forget you out of
liberty.
your spot either way.
Take
So
away,
it
take
starts
away your
with kidnapping.
liberty. All right, like jail you, then like you in a
yes,
jail.
yeah.
Tie you can't talk, and call whoever you want your son back, you want your husband back. Give me,
But are you aware that we
give me,
have
hold
several
on,
cases?
give me 150,000, 200. That's what I interpret as kidnapping.
okay.
Not looking at the definition.
I think it touches a broader
All
topic.
right,
It
I
touches
never.
a
At the land
broader.
tonight, then I never know.
But also, if you're aware that recently we have a couple cases of kidnapping, and in Belize, and what happened? What happened to the young lady who were walking on the this Philip Golson highway, and she were almost kidnapped by that car that run her down and run by the sidewalk. Wanted to kidnap down the lady. Lady still get the opportunity, but the car got in a drain, so he couldn't get the lady. And the lady get the police. So when they were trying to take the car out of the drain, that's when the police caught that guy. I never hear it on Love FM. I never hear it on other media houses, or else maybe the police never released the news. But it happened because it was live on Facebook and all over, etc., etc. But these are some of the things that we are talking about, where we need to jump down for try lower the rate of crime and violence in our country. But if we start by community, it's easy to do because Belize don't have a lot of bad community. The north side are polished, and the south side are tainted, right? When I said tainted, it's because that the crime is happening right before everybody's eyes, and then they're not called till when it don't happen, right? So on our side now, which is the north side, we will see things about to happen, but we already got safety there. Even if it have to be by the community do it itself, or we get the police there before the time, can escape. As we start to smell you, we start to jump on it. You know?
But I feel like crime happens anywhere and everywhere as long as people in the right mind. Sometimes
Yeah,
in the
but
safest
Belize still good,
neighborhood.
Belize still good.
Yeah, believe.
Most crime when it happen, I believe, my friend, if you notice, 90% of the crimes that is happening in Belize is because of alcohol. It's because of alcohol. If you notice any way where young people are affiliated with, the police department will have catastrophic problem.
What seems to be actually picking up as well is crimes of love, jealousy.
Well, first thing I have to make somebody know,
Why?
they don't got ownership of you, even if I'm married to you.
I know you know that one.
No, it is. I mean, we've had several cases over the years whereby one got murdered over a lady, the next one they chop up the next one over a lady. There's a lot of crimes.
Because first thing we know, people jump into relationship, and people jump out of relationship. That's why you have to know yourself. You have to know what you want and know who brought. I just told you who brought you up. Even if it doesn't have a father, you have a mother, and you've been taught right. You know right from wrong. It's when you know right from wrong.
Discipline.
You will not condone somebody wrong you for they do you A, B, and C.
Discipline.
You jump out before it get worse, right?
Yeah.
So it happened because your fiance want to tell you, I'm going out with my girlfriend. She knows she have you. She shouldn't choose friends over a home, because at the end of the day, that home not last. You give your partner a different mind and a different image of you, you know, because you to go out and left me there when you have me, we could go out with all I know. So we need to demolish of that. Then once you start to think one negative, it will escalate like wildfire. Someone started to say, wait a minute, do?
Wait a minute.
Right? And then it could be that she's throwing you in a cup, and you were cool, get so ignorant because the cup catch you in your face. Instead of just turn her back and say, you know what, tomorrow I'll make she go. You take the cup and smash her, and then she end up dead.
Yeah.
Right? This is how we make crimes, you know. But the alcohol, if we take and they touch you that, the alcohol that the one we make most of the crime. You see them driving accident, right? Where they say happen on the road. There are a lot of people where they drink and drive.
Now speaking on that topic, and as we move on from crime in Belize, we have this issue here whereby a BDF soldier died in a collision on the Southern Highway. While we focused a lot on the traffic and stuff like that, let's focus specifically on motorcycles. What can be done to lower motorcycle accidents, and what are some of the alternatives? Do you think that a ban should be done on motorcycles, or do you think that a time frame for motorcycles should be given? Let's just say from 6 in the morning till 6 in the evening. Or do you think that there should be heavier enforcement on the use of helmets and also the proper usage of motorcycle? So those are some of the topics we want to touch.
We need to implement more officers. We need to have more officers for the transport department. The transport department needs to at least step up and have more enforcement officers. If you're going to hire 50 more and make sure that the highway always being seen by the transport vehicle.
But maybe they haven't properly trained as well.
No, they are trained because the officers, they are trained. They might be wrong, but they are trained because they do give them training.
Well,
but the thing is what I am saying, most of the time, these motorcycles are speeding. But what I think they should do, if you are buying a motorcycle from my establishment, the police need to hear this. If you're come to buy a motorcycle from my establishment, immediately when I sell you that motorcycle, I immediately send your picture and everything to the police department who have bought that cycle, so that the police department be a part of, even the insurance company who you get one insurance from. And when that cycle is bought, you have to go in on training, not with the transport department, but the police traffic department. The transport department has their hands full with buses and all these things. But when you're buying the cycle, your name been entered, and immediately you get that one sticker from them who say you have 1 week for go to the police department for get one training. And these you have to take courses, because what happens is that you lend people your cycle. If I catch you on Dennis cycle, that 2 years in jail or 10,000 and need to raise the fine. The fine need to be raised. I can't see you on Dennis cycle and Tina on Maria cycle, and you have baby should be banned from cycle. No baby, no child business on a motorcycle. But the fact that these establishments will sell fried chicken and all of that, they are renting motorcycle from people. You come with your own cycle, and then they fly like Evil Knievel, or say Evil Knievel, yeah. Fly over thing, and they overtake anywhere. But I am saying that also, the traffic, when I was with the traffic department, under the past administration, we man from Halover Bridge, where the city limit, to Belize City. So if you're to come in, we have vehicle, we have enforcement officers, we will hold you, and your cycle will be impounded. What we need are more enforcement. I also want to say to the traffic department, more enforcement officers around the city and on our highway from 7 to 8:30 coming in, because at night is one of the most thing with motorcycles. These young men are buying bad man, and they're delivering chicken for these establishments.
And bad man.
And then they drink them bad man and stand up with other people and then go so and then go back so, and then they drink also on the motorcycle. Then when they drive, then they overtake you in the night, so you're not sitting. So I am saying, to make this go on, we need to raise the fine and 3 years imprisonment. And when they buy one motorcycle from you, they have to get the stickers and send it. The company have the right. If they don't send it, then they could be charged as well. They need to send the stickers to the police department saying that Michael Arnold from 37 Racecourse Street just bought a cycle. Rodis just buy 5 cycle. Who are right there? Dennis, Karen, Steven. Okay, their name need to be registered. So every year, the company need to send in these things to the police department to know who are running these things, because people are just getting on motorcycle and committing offense. It is because we are not implementing these offenses on these individuals who are riding with baby.
Well, insurance company do try to do that, because I had an insurance one time that you had to have set drivers and you could have maximum of 4 per vehicle. So, but it's not heavily enforced.
But regardless if the insurance company wants to make money, are you aware? They want to make money. And also who are selling the cycle. The problem to the accident in our country, I will blame who's selling the motorcycle and are not putting the real exercising to give to the police department to know that your name there, you ride the cycle. Because when they cycle, they crash, and you have the stickers and things on it, you maybe know that for who, but when they do, then tear off the stickers and you just find a motorcycle there, right? And then end up that somebody might dead, but the person who made ride it not dead. right? So we need to put on our foot, and these are the things. 3 years, or you pay $5,000.
All right.
Right?
Well, what's your take on it, Taurus?
I respect your views. I respect everybody's views, everybody's sentiments, but I remain predominant. When you lack knowledge, all right, you are not able to make the right, proper, adequate decision.
That's true.
We lack education on the use of road space in accordance to the rules of the road. I have nothing more to say. You won't drive the way you were taught, and you won't operate how you learn. You won't adapt what you learn, or when you say others do. There is no even. You should have one small booklet, especially for the cyclists, or it's because they can't prepare one road manual. Well, just for the cycle, if that's the problem, make we tackle it. Which every road user has a problem. Good. One small booklet describing to you the rules of the road. Why you not for overtake here? Why you for overtake here? When you reach one junction, what you do? We use motorcycles like bicycles.
But Mr. Torres, there are most people who bought the cycle.
No, I just talk. No, allow me.
Booklet, right?
No. I talk a booklet on the rules of
and the
the
regulation.
road.
Yes.
No rules and regulation.
Okay.
The rules of the road.
For
The
operating on the
regulation
road.
are the rules of the road.
Yes.
All right?
Okay.
How for use the road space. How for use road space.
I think that's a very good point.
And that is the problem,
because
all right? Because the bicycle, I don't know if they give the bicycle, the motorcycle driver, driver, because he the drive motor vehicle,
Yeah.
two-wheel motor vehicle.
But the
You
the
get me?
bicycle laws are the same laws as the motor vehicle.
You see? So, the law of the motor vehicle and road traffic, rules of the road tells that wherever the bicycle regulation, the word driver appears, it also means rider. So the same rule that applies to the rider applies to the driver.
Yes, it does.
And the driver is classed as the one they change gear. All right? Not the pedal.
But you know that in Belize that
so
people
I am
read-
saying, all right, that we lack education. So the pedestrian, the bicycle rider, the cycle driver, and the four-wheel motor vehicle driver will lack knowledge, the proper knowledge. All right,
I am in support
on the
of
spirit
that.
of law.
I am in support of that
That's
for
all
the
I
fact
gotta
that
say.
that's why under the past administration, I was in charge to go to all the schools, and you barely made the cities accidents and things that happen way back. I do 18 years, but what happened is
do you think
that
it has,
I am trying to push, because I already have a meeting with the Minister of Education. It need to continue to have these things taught in schools. We have to start from a younger one come up.
and do you think it has to do with the type of motorcycle? I've been on the road, and sometimes you're driving.
Motorcycle,
the
individual will jump on the motorcycle.
And the motorcycle pass, you're like, gone.
Because it's the individual, it's the person who rides
big
these
rain
things.
happen. Big rain. No side of like, oh, I want to lose my life if I. You remember, then they on two wheels.
They know the thing about that.
They know it, but then they go with their ninja bike and within city, right here on Princess Margaret Drive, fast. And I think there's a lot of factors that cause it, and it's a lot of whole open discussion.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, we're going to take a quick break. Then we'll be right back, and of course we have additional information for you. And of course this time we're going to get into the political scope, things that.
Why?
Whoa.
What a
Right
series.
now, I'll be honest with you now. Politics are, whew. They almost feel like you watch one novella, one the box of
I stay away from him. Stay far away
We'll
from
be
him.
right back, okay?
Introducing Superfix. Your family mornings are now easier with the best hairstyling gel. Getting ready for school is now easier for children and parents. Hairdo is now fun, faster, and trendy. Your entire family loves it. Buy our Superfix styling gels at major supermarkets and stores countrywide. Superfix Gel is exclusively distributed by Racinos Imports Limited.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Palm City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drugstore to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
This sir, what can I do for you today?
I'm so stressed out.
Okay, after that, help you out right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay?
Okay.
Freetown Drugstore, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drugstore, telephone 223-2876.
Rufo, the leading brand that Belize's pets prefer. Our nutritious Rufo contains calcium, minerals, proteins, and vitamins that help in the growth and advancement of your loved ones. Healthy bones, strong teeth, and shiny hair. A healthy family is a happy family, including the furry ones. Find Rufo at your nearest supermarket countrywide.
Welcome back, of course, on Public Affairs right here. Now we're getting into the scope of the political scope. Let's get on now with some international one first before we get to the local ones. 10 days until the US presidential election. What's your thoughts on that? And of course, you don't know that even though we might be far away, US politics is on the international scale and it does affect us one way or another. What's your take on it? Quick, fast, and hurry.
Energy. Are along with Trump?
You're along with Trump.
Yeah, if he reduce energy, we reduce energy too. You understand? And the price of living, cost of living going down too. One thing I could tell you, right? One thing I will tell you, short and brief. Regardless of who they run the show in America, that is president, all right? Me, Ernesto Torres, always prefer, all right, they're with America, then, all right, then they lean towards BRICS, like whole lot of countries that go towards BRICS. I don't want to hear that. That's all I got for say.
All right. What's your take on
Well,
it, Father?
when it comes, I have children in the United States, and I lived there for over 24 years.
What?
And
What?
I would like to address that I am never a supporter of the Republican. I will never be a supporter of the Republican. I am fully going to say that the Democrat will prevail, and I am with a mass party that in the best interest of people. This world was created by God, and people have the right to move, if you know about movements. And I applaud Biden for the job he has done. And Miss Harris, who is a native Jamaican American. So we have to say all these things, that these are some of the people we have to applaud for what they have done. I cannot support Trump for the fact Trump himself has caused some massacre of having people demonstrating, and have a lot of people have hurt. How could you? Trump remind me of a dictator, you know? So when I see Trump, my TV have to turn off, because he's bad for TV, he's bad for people, he's bad for eating. So anything we even mark for, he have hurt women. So
Yeah.
I am fully with the Democrats, and we are going to see the Democrats prevail.
You see what I said? We got a different set of people here, and we got pro-Trump, we got pro-Kamala, and I got pro-Jeff. Okay? Anyways, that's 10 days until the US presidential election. You don't know that. Even though we might say we're far away, oh, that not bother me, you know that it does affect, like what Torres said, our cost of living, it does affect our inflation, it does affect how we actually live, because basically everything we do, and our prices here locally, every store, when you go buy your shoes, when you go buy your pants, are affected by the prices that are up there. So just keep that in mind.
Economy,
right?
I look
The
for economy.
The economy.
Definite.
Now, back to Belize. Now this is a
Uh-huh.
problem now.
What a series.
Our opposition, they in a two parts. Our broken heart. There's no one heart right now. It ain't into a broken heart. So we got one half with the Alliance for Democracy, which now identifies as the true UDP under the leadership of Tracy Panton. Then we got the I know I say farmer when the side of the UDP, which identifies as the other true UDP under the leadership of Shine Barrow. Now they had the Alliance for Democracy convention last week, and we have a video footage of that, and they did a promotion on it as well, and you can see some of the pictures of delegates and a lot of people. No,
big
talk that Tracy could pull out that crowd, but Shine can't. That's what they say right now. Let's watch first the promotional video that they did on their convention that they did, a recall convention, of course, by the Alliance for Democracy people, and it was done last week, Sunday. Let's play that on screen.
What does it take to lead a nation to foster unity and to preserve democracy? It takes each and every one of us. It takes leaders with vision, courage, and integrity. National leadership, however, is not about one individual or a single party. It's about collective responsibility. It's about our leaders at every level of decision making that serve the best interests of you, the people, upholding the rule of law, fostering peace and stability, and of course, leaving behind a legacy, because it's never about how well we start, but always how well we finish.
It was their UDP convention. We just had to, sorry about the audio interruption, but that was the UDP convention that they did, and of course a little promotional ad that they did over there as well. However, this convention is not sanctioned by the headquarters. I want to say headquarters because that's our Shine base there, by the headquarters. What's your take on that? Let's start with Taurus.
Okay. Boy, if they can't comprehend their wrongs and they know I integrate, I want to tell you the truth. Mind you, previously with the PUP, I made the same thing with you have about the Briseno faction and the Musa faction, and you take maybe what Briseno run for party leader and you give up your all kind of thing that, you know, as I say, I don't follow these things much. But we need one strong opposition, man, because then without one strong opposition, the one with the current authority, when do as a wish, spend as a wish, borrow as a wish, do what you want, become and just the way it happen. So me for the side for the UDP, no. For the PUP, no. I independent, I the middle road. All right? I want to be friends with everybody if they want to be my friends. I know envy, I hate none, and I love all because with a Belizean bond. But if they don't want to read or comprehend within the lines how people mad out here with them, something wrong with them brains for true. But in a nutshell, you hear up on the streets that they want Tracy Panton for be the leader of the party. That's strong comments out here. That's all I got to say.
Regardless of who they put, the PUP will win the next
three
election.
Yes, it's
no, go that three. No,
the PUP they will win. The PUP will win the next.
The next one they look like, but I won't say the three.
First of all, the PUP have more educated people.
No, man, not say that.
Yes, I will state
please,
it because that's how it is.
No,
and
not say
PUP
that.
have garnered all of us, the activists too, because
I know they're along with you.
They have the smarter people, the people who can make the right decision in order for this country. And the majority of the lenders are on behalf of the PUP worldwide. The next thing I want to say, if you were watching the video, I thought that you all knows that you said crowd. You don't want to match the people who are up in the upper deck. The people who are sitting in the middle were all the delegates from the UDP. They are the majority of the party. They are the party. It's not Shine Barrow. He doesn't count one bit. He's inexperienced, and I thought that he's trying to follow his father. But I blame the Honorable Michael Finnegan for bringing him in, because I know of that. The Honorable Michael Finnegan brought him in, and his inexperience brought him to doing bully to the whole party, because this group that they call the Alliance is still the UDP. Doesn't matter what they say, the Alliance. They call themselves the Alliance for the fact that they have a bully before them. And they have to handle the bully how the bully handle them.
But do you think that it's the wrong time that they're actually
No, it's
doing
not
this?
the wrong time. It's not, when it comes to beliefs and it comes to the people purse and what's happening in our country. You have the PUP, you have the UDP, and you have opposition. And all the other party independent, but they doesn't count. So what happened now that we need to have, yes, an opposition, but the PUP are the mass party, and they also will be the opposition controlling the whole country, because we doesn't have an opposition now. The thing is that the mass body of who were sitting in the middle was the delegates. They make the decision. It was all the UDP delegates went there, and it went in support of Tracy Panton.
It's not all, but
well, it is all, because the highest percentage, so that's all. Regardless, you don't have 94. They were all. Even Shine delegates went there and went against him. The thing is that they need to fix their problem. Their problem are huge, and their problem are out of order. But I also want to tell my friend, Michael Perfeet, to behave himself in order for Belize to get better. Because they have them time they were in power long, and they need to give these people, if I should say, I am a PUP, but Patrick Faber, to me, was supposed to lead that party, because Patrick Faber was the one who right there from the start. And when you decide to throw somebody under the bus like Patrick Faber for Shine, who were charged in the States, and you bring him here, we are teaching our people the wrong thing. We are teaching our people believe in the wrong thing, because this guy were charged for something that he have done in the US, and regardless of that, he comes here and they forced him into politics. He was forced in there. It wasn't just the people asked for him. He was forced. He was placed there by his uncle, Honorable Finnegan. And this is what happened. So we know that he's inexperienced, and he's not my cup of coffee. And I would never vote him. I would never ask my family to vote him.
No.
So the people that sit in the middle there, they were all the delegates who decide that they don't want him.
Now my take is different. I could be wrong, but listen to my angle here is that I feel like the Alliance for Democracy should have waited till after election, because it's a guarantee. They're not going to get in the government this
But
election.
do you know about Wait Brockdown Bridge?
No.
So please tell because you're a young boy. Wait Brockdown Bridge. Regardless of what he were doing, do you know, I believe that he is there just for himself. He doesn't worry about the rest of people in the country.
But
and
you could
I
say,
don't want, if that mean me, maybe me I be worse, because I got 3,000 people they demonstrate in my house every day and every night.
but I just see it from a different angle, saying that they should have made left. If he never win this election, okay, we wait till the official recall. So then, like that, everything done.
But if I tell you I don't want you in my house no more, why you don't want to go?
But the thing is that they
what
said
what
that
he's saying,
Alliance-
when he says that, all right, it was agreed.
it was agreed.
Somehow,
They agreed
within
that
the
Birds Isle that time.
the UDP constitution, that after the election, then they're going to
Then they
what
go into the
convention.
recall convention
And-
again.
So that was agreed.
That was agreed, but what make it change?
I don't know.
Okay,
That's
can
I
I
don't
share
follow
with
it.
you guys?
Go there.
Well,
I don't
well-
follow it.
You have to understand that all of them people here, they have to listen to
No,
Dean Barrow.
then, no,
All
yeah.
of them
No,
have to
yeah.
listen,
No, yeah.
listen to Dean
No,
Barrow.
yeah.
So,
They-
so it's still
Yeah.
influenced by
Then.
the past prime minister. That is influenced still by him. But I want to share with you that the reason why the alliance and the rest of the people and the delegates don't want to wait, because he started to make stupid, immature decision. Kick out delegates, fire this one. You can't do that. You cannot do that. There's a rules and regulation with the whole body. At any party, you can't tell Mr. Torres, you can't there. He know what delegates. He got a reason why he there and who put on there. So
And who for vote for?
Yes, and who for vote for. So you can't tell me, oh, you going against someone. Do that. That will make people and the things there and the decision and where they go do and where you go wrong go do. That's why the entire body say, no, we don't want him. But the failure, so we could go to the other question, that the failure of the United Democratic Party is Hugo Pat. Hugo Pat has been that way for years with the UDP, have been a puppet for the United Democratic Party. And he continued to be a puppet and he will continue to destroy the UDP being a puppet. So Hugo Pat is the United Democratic Party map.
I see it as Hugo Pat just say, you know what, I don't want trouble with nobody.
Maybe
He's a puppet. I just told you that they have to listen to Uncle's
I just say he don't want trouble.
He has been a puppet from I used to day way back from day one.
Everybody beat
and
up
we're a
on poor
puppet though. Stay
Hugo
right
Pat.
there and
But
I shake your head back there.
I said poor Hugo Pat, but remember now, Hugo Pat's vote is a very strong one. Because then even though that the commission
Hugo
was
Pat
on
no control his vote.
He ain't got the veto
No,
power.
he got the veto
But
power.
He got the veto power.
He do not control his vote.
No,
I
he
told
do not.
you
He
it's
do not.
controlled
Well,
by Daddy.
let's just say that he do not, right? Let's just say that who that.
alright.
Either the one where they sitting at the house, so he could say,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
well, he could change his mind. Anybody could change his mind.
Yeah, well.
And he could get up one day and say, you know what, that's true, man.
Yeah, Daddy could tell him. Tell him no, and he going and say it.
Shine
He needs
the
to drink a cup of coffee.
And another thing, and then he just might
Or
get.
drink some
But
water.
right now, we have to face the reality is that yes, we have two leaders, but everybody have to smell the coffee. We
country
got
have-
one
the
leader
country
that
have
was
one
here that
leader.
is shine.
They have to get their act
The
together.
country have one leader. We are saying things out of proportion. There are only one leader, and they have the Honorable Johnny Briceño. He's the leader. The opposition doesn't conquer. We just say the word opposition. And the alliance, what happened and what I have saw, I stated that Tracy is the leader of the UDP.
I say it's still confusing.
It's not confusing. It's just.
I think
it's
they
just
should have. I think they
the
should
reason why she is the leader because the delegate rule the party. So she's the leader, and that's I stands, and I said it to the entire country that they need to take into court that Tracy is the leader. By eyes, by paper, the delegates rules. When you have a bully,
Okay, well let's just.
and the bully will end up the destroyer.
Let's just put
He
this
is
in the.
bullying that party.
Let's just put this in the context then. Well,
But
let's just say
I
that
work
Tracy
for my
that
party PUP. all the way.
let's just say that Tracy the leader, but at the end of the day, Shine Barrow is the leader of the opposition.
Make it stay there.
We just can't fight that.
Yeah,
And the thing is that his party will never
Well,
and
he
has
has said that
never
he can't get our next ticket to the US.
allowed this, and
Right.
of course has accepted that there has been a convention. Now, we see, what do you see the two UDPs doing this 2025 election? Elections the next year. Now, I'll be honest, now this a year for this, so I want to throw it to a force. Tracy Panton Division is under threat from Kaya
No way.
Katus.
No way.
Boy,
No way. I am a PUP, but I will say no
man
way.
could predict.
You
Let me
say no
share
way.
something
How?
with
Why
you.
then? Give me why.
Because
I see that
of
he
the
depend
fact
trade.
that my PUP have let down Marcus Pat years. Marcus Pat still control Albert.
Boy,
Now if Kaya will go to Marcus Pat, who controls the people of Albert, then they stand a chance. But that lady will still win that era. Even though I'm a PUP, I am a
don't think
political
so.
analyst.
boy.
And I will say to you, even though the transfer is sent at the poll, Marcus Pat is a powerful still. He's not in politics, but he have ruled Albert for decades. And it's still out there to show that when he tell the people for go, the people ain't going. Albert, I'm talking about.
Well, when
The
say
older
that-
generation,
well, when
the
say that
young
for
man,
election.
they follow where their family state for go.
No, I feel like the younger voters, loyalists are dying out.
Where? You think so?
Loyalists, I feel like
So
they die
you
out.
think so?
I just
The minds of Albert, of the young people, are twice as much as positive as elderly because they get help. And Marcus Pat is the key
winning
of
division.
Albert. Even though you're the speaker about Tracy and you're the speaker about Kaya. She's young, she's inspiring, but I do believe that she will get the chance the next election. But that lady want to win. I don't support that lady. I am a PUP, but I did tell her that lady want to win. That lady want to win that era.
When you say Mark head help the youths. What do you mean by help?
Marcus Pat has been one of the most inspiring leader of Albert in the past.
No, when I
He
say
looks
help,
out for the best interest in sports.
will you give them money?
He
Give
still
them
look out for
money?
these people. Yes, to develop yourself. If you want, you want money for you get boots and
Well,
things.
that's why we win the
And
election then, money.
where? Money and minds. Cause you got to be smart. You got the money and still not win if you're not smart. I can tell you everything play with and
But I
care.
don't know politics. Make a hear. Make a
If you're
teach
smart,
me.
if you're smart enough and sell the
Put me
people
to classroom.
that dreams where you sell the people. If you sell the people the right dreams, you could give me $50. But if you not talk to me and tell me something sweet, I'm telling you, tourists don't give my vote.
Alright, now.
Well, I could have never
Then
win,
we
boy.
got-
I would
then-
never
well,
win.
Well, make I just throw this
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
Okay, since we don't know you say, okay, well, Tracy will hold on to your Albert division.
Yes, I saw that.
Now, what
The
about...
PUP will win massively.
What about... they want to win the government, but we did talk about specifically about Albert. Now, how about Khaled with Devin Daly?
Well, when you speak of the colored era, it's always been
The Enviro.
It's a...
no, that's colored
But,
he's talking about.
Patrick Faber.
Patrick
Oh,
Faber. Patrick Faber
no.
will garner his era.
You can't touch Faber.
Yes, and it will be 3-1 still.
Yeah.
You know, they're
Not
young
touch
people.
Faber.
They're young
No,
people.
no, let me push this in now because I know they're already running
Yes.
over time. What do you think will happen? Let's just say now that this UDP issue no get solved, and come elections 2025, shine run a man in Albert, shine run a man in Collett, and every other division, and then Tracy the run, Faber the run. Do you think that they will split their
You just
votes
make
and have a
mistake, you
chance
say- you
and
say
have a
shine.
chance of losing the
Nothing
division
under
like that?
shine will win. Remember I told you that. This country already saw that. The UDP lost massively under Dean Barrow and the UDP. Only a fool breaks their own heart. You don't follow the trail of a loser. The father have lost constitutional massively. The son have never been a winner. And whoever he put, nobody have follow. They will not follow. People will not follow. People follow the news. Don't play with Belize and when they get rattled up. It's goodbye, Irene.
Well,
What's your
boy,
take on it, Torres?
to tell you the truth, I don't know about politics. I will keep saying it. I'm a road traffic specialist.
You know, road
And I
traffic
class
special
myself
agent.
a road traffic institute. When it comes to politics, my brother, I want to listen and learn from you.
But you're smart. Okay, you run before, so you're intelligent.
All right.
But I can't win because I don't got the
No,
money.
you just not win because I know your time yet, but you win.
Boy,
Yeah, you,
win.
thank you,
you
brother.
win 2025.
No, make we buck. That's
You
a
win.
win.
All road leads to
You
Torres
win.
house.
Remember,
Win what?
directly, the mayor, we're going to new thing now, so you don't have to face the mayor. You start to meet young people where maybe 20 might come in and lead for the
Well, then that,
opposition.
yeah.
All right, Doris. All roads lead to your house
Yes.
tomorrow. We are ready campaign for your front of your doorstep.
Boy.
All right. But anyways, we know that we're already over time. We had some more topics, but we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna save it up for the next show, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna get some final words from Doris.
My friends, be careful on the roads. Remember, a lot of want to get driving license, qualified, based on vehicle control, but want to lack the knowledge of the rules of the road. Please listen to me. Feel free, anybody, anyone I want know, stop me and ask me any question on want. I will try my endeavor as we go along and not give up until the good last tourists come home.
Time to go back.
I feel and believe strongly that I know I get the privilege here for have my own traffic show, so I might have to go where I call them Facebook. So look forward for me down the road on Facebook.
All right.
Well,
Then,
for me, I just
Father.
want to say good night to everybody and stay warm. Because from here I have to go to another meeting. So I want to thank you for tuning into this show, and I'll say good night to
See,
you.
this is what I like, Father, you know. From one show you go to the next meeting, Father. You want to see a late night on the late night show on the Maury, alright? Anyways, guys, do take care. It's been a good night, and of course, we had a lot of topics, and some good topics and big topics, and some stuff that I can see that are a lot of questions in people's mind. But Even in my mind, I was surprised when Hans and both Albert. I was kind of surprised. I more think that Kaya has more chances, and I'm gonna put my bet on Kaya. That's just me. But anyways, who do you think is gonna win that division? And don't be afraid to comment in the comment section. But we gotta go, so do take care and have a good night. See you again next Saturday at 8:30.
Good night.